so many different ideas, including the web service test case generator. So we are building a tool called fault fuzzer right now. That should be done in another couple of weeks, first version. All that it does is the opposite of what you ask. There are some data generation tools like the Perl clip and things like that will give you what you want. What we are doing is the opposite of it. You ask for something and you get exactly the opposite of it. Anything other than what you ask. So that is actually a reflection of my attitude as well. So anyway, so you ask for something and you get everything that you have not asked for. So we are naming it as fault fuzzer. So the fault fuzzer is the third tool in our stack. I can authoritatively say that we can consider that as existing IP. It's just that some more lines of code have to be written, but ideas are already there. So
what's the purpose of that fault fuzzer?
So fault fuzzer. Now who are going to be the customers for this fault fuzzer? Originally when the tester's desk idea was innovated, the whole idea was to have tester's desk so simple and so essential in nature that every tester in the world should have it handy on their desktop. That was the idea which we originally had. That idea still did not fade away, but the format is changing. When anybody is doing any kind of testing, there are a lot of times they would want certain things like where a tool could more easily think. Okay, here is one small difference between automating I will answer to Sashi's question in a minute. So when I spoke about automating the way how testers react, the obvious byproduct of that is the tool can think faster, the tool can think consistently, the tool can produce output as well. Whereas in the case of human, if the thought comes, they have to type the output. So fault fuzzer is when you are doing business use case based testing, use your intelligence, use your judgment. But if you are doing some mundane field level testing such as data types, lengths and many other 1,000 other constraints that typically occur at the fields level, fault fuzzer is going to be a command line tool that will be there on all tester. Name could change, many other things can get, but ultimately I want it to be running on every tester's machine. So as they do testing, they will have this handy. So whenever they want the opposite of what they want, they use fault fuzzer quickly to generate those outputs. I'll tell a simple example.
Will it type a specific technology, specific type of application?
No, this is just data. Right?
It will generate different types of inputs.
Test inputs.
Based on the data type.
Okay.
Based on the data type. Data type is one obvious thing. There could be a constraint as well, some other constraints as well, such as ranges, enumeration.
So it's another way of pairwise kind of a tool. That generates combinations. In this case, again, generates
doing the negative testing.
Negative testing. Negative testing. So negative testing, unfortunately, is a very popular term, so I will use that negative testing. Actually, one of my favorite quotes is, sometimes I try to think positively and other times I am thinking.
You can call it an ant.
So what I mean is that there is no such thing called. I mean, sorry, Sashi, I mean, that's my quote. Somehow I don't like the word negative testing. So obviously,
automated negative testing.
Customers also use that word, so we will go with the word negative testing. Sorry?
Ant, I'm saying. Automated negative testing.
Automated. Ant is already used by some other tool. Ant is now very famous. Build tool is very famous.
That's right.
So
you can patent that.
Antics.
No, but honestly, Sashi, actually, I do want to see if there is any lawyer whom I can talk to, and at least for the sake of filing a couple of patents. Because talking about our ETAP, which I am yet to introduce, I wanted to kind of tell everything and say that everything together fits into ETAP anyway. So Cadence Systems is one of the prospects who visited us recently. We were talking about so many different ideas. They were their main person, I don't know, I think he's director or whatever. So he was saying that these are all patent level ideas. By the way, I also have similar ideas. I already patented some of them and he sent me a lot of links and things like that. Of course, I studied them. None of them coincide with what I'm talking about, but still, that day I thought, why not file some patents? So
we have to do it, and I think once we patent them, legalize them, we can...
let's look at it this way. We are kind of having one single name or one unified name for everything, which we are calling as ETAP, that most of you know, Enterprise Test Automation Platform. So in the catalog of whatever we have inside ETAP, the first one is Automation Planning Toolkit. It doesn't exist. Work is being done. Scott is working with one of the architects offshore. Second thing, Test Design Accelerators. In Test Design Accelerators, we have three things. One is an optimizer, which we called as DOT. Another is a tool for web services, test case generator for web services. The third thing is this fault fuzzer, which is used for negative testing, or simply speaking, one negative testing tool, which will save time for preparing test inputs. So that saved time can be used for business case testing or use case based testing, business process
What
testing.
you are calling the test, the web services thing?
WSTC Gen was the original name.
Okay, so
Simple web services test case generator.
We
First one is
continuing with that name.
DOT.
That's good. Self-explain.
Yeah, and first one is DOT, designer for optimized tests.
Yeah.
And the third one is fault fuzzer, is what I originally named. Yeah. We can name it as something like NTT or something like that, negative testing tool or whatever, negative testing input generator, whatever. We'll come out with it. But we have
something like that would be good.
Yeah, simple name. We'll simplify it. So yeah, so those are the three things, and all these three things exist.
So with tester's desk origin, so where's tester's desk?
Yeah, tester's desk has been in little bit of tester's desk, or the main tool of tester's desk is in DOT, which is the pair-based test case generator. Lot of other ideas went into this fault fuzzer.
Okay. So
A fault fuzzer is a Testersdesk.com went into three different things. One is DOT, another is fault fuzzer. The other thing that I want to tell you about the test data is the next thing. So in the entire list, first we have automation planning toolkit. Tools are being developed. Second line item is test design accelerators. We have three of them ready. The third line item is test data. So if we see, I would actually let Sai comment. Almost every RFP that we are getting from large enterprises these days is talking about test data. So what is our take on test data? So many different things. We are using market tools. We partnered with Grid Tools, but all of you know that we never used those tools.
No, by the way, Scott has an update, so it's not Grid Tools anymore, it's Micro Focus.
Yeah, Micro Focus has acquired, I think. Micro Focus is a big company,
No,
right?
two different companies. We shipped it. Yeah. Do they have like dust tools here? No, how was that? There's a white
Okay, so we'll try to leave around 6:30, so that gives.
Ready?
Peanut పట్టుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నాడు పట్టుకున్నాడు.
Great.
One more time.